20 NGC Perfect Edition, there it is, Proof Silver Eagle dollar coin at $199.95. We do have 4 FlexPay. Certainly that's a lot, $49.99, a lot of FlexPay to get it home for 1/4 of the price. Of course, Mike and HSN ship with the very first FlexPay that you pay. You get your coin right away.
2019 was a great year for the United States Mint. They did a lot of really, really cool coins. They did the Apollo coin. We had the 19S American Silver Eagle that was released at $70, and we have one here tonight for $9,000.
Wow.
The rarest American Silver Eagle. 2019 was a lot of things. They launched the Innovation Dollar program. They did a lot of incredibly cool things. 2020, though, is, in all honesty, putting it to shame, and it's not even with the special edition stuff. It's just the Silver Eagle. Look, I've been doing this forever. I've sold just about every Silver Eagle that they've put out since 1986 contemporaneously to release on television. That's how long I've been doing this. Wow. I think my first year selling coins on television was 1988. So I missed just the first 2 years. Yeah, I missed the first 2 years. So with them, and since then, since 1986, this is the way that every single Silver Eagle has looked. And they've always been popular and they've always been collectible. And you know, you have the Mint State coin, you have the Proof coin, which is the presentation coin that you're going to see right here. They've always been very popular, but 2020 is an entirely new level of collectability, an entirely new level of desirability, because the United States Mint, late last year, kind of out of the blue, we were thinking maybe, but you know, they didn't give us any heads up, all of a sudden said, we're changing the design on the American Silver Eagle in 2021. So the American Silver Eagle in 2021 is going to change the reverse design. There's going to be some structural changes to the front of the coin for anti-counterfeiting, but this will be completely and totally redesigned.
How often have they done that?
Well, the American Silver Eagle never.
Okay.
Okay. The United States government is loath to change the design of coins. For instance, I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm oldish at best. The Kennedy half dollar, first made in 1964, has never been changed. The Roosevelt dime, first made in 1947, has never been changed. Neither one of those coins have changed in my lifetime. The Lincoln cent has changed one time in my lifetime. They don't change designs. And particularly in a coin that is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today, they are changing this coin.
So is this the last year with this design
This is the last year, full year with this design that they're doing. They've said that they're changing the design in 2021 is ultimately what it comes down to. And so what we have here is a unique opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And people go, once in a lifetime. I literally mean, for me, this will be the only time in my lifetime I will be able to offer you a transition American Silver Eagle. Because by law, once they make this change next year, they have to, by law, wait 25 years to change it again at minimum. I will not be here in 25 years.
We don't know that, Mike.
No, we do know that. We absolutely, positively, 100% know that.
Okay.
Okay, I will not be here in 25 years doing this. And so the fact of the matter is it literally a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So it took 35 years to change the first one. They can't change it again for 25 years. Amazing. So this is the end of the line. This is the legacy coin. This is the transition coin. This is the absolute reason that these have exploded on the scene. And so what happened is you've got all these collectors rushing to get in on what you call a bookend coin.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you know, you have the first and the last, and those are always so tremendously collectible. And so they want this last of the issue. Like I said, you know, the king is dead, and then next year, long live the king.
You're right,
you know,
right.
Is ultimately what it comes down to. So here's what you have. So you have the Proof version of this, which is by far rarer than the Mint State version. The interesting thing is the Mint State version in NGC, which is $69.90. I don't have enough for a presentation. I might have a dozen or two. If you go to hsn.com, you can maybe get the Mint State coin. We can't keep up. NGC, it is so incredibly popular, they literally can't grade the coins fast enough. Because to get 1,000, let's say we have 1,000 of these, and I don't, we have a couple hundred. If I have 1,000 of these, I have to grade 10,000 coins. I got to grade 5,000 coins.
To get the perfect one.
That's right.
And that's what this is.
And it's not like, you know, sorting, sorting newspapers.
Right, it takes a long time to grade.
It takes a long term. And there's only so many people that can do it. Then
and
they have to be ultrasonically sealed. No, it's like a $30 value for every single one of these just to put them in the holder. The United States government kind of threw a wrench in the whole thing by raising the price of the Silver Eagle by 20% this year, even though silver is basically the same, although silver was up almost $1 an ounce today. It's about the same as it was, but they raised the price $20. Understand the Proof American Silver Eagle, the silver component is not very significant in terms of the price. The government charges a significant premium to the silver that it contains because this is the presentation coin. It's 50 to 100 times rarer than the mint state coin. And so when you get this coin, first of all, so now you get the last of it, the end of the line, the legacy coin, the transition coin that you're getting right here, but you're getting it in perfect condition. Because in coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what?
Condition.
That's right. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And in coins, we grade on a 70-point scale. It's not a 100-point scale. So that proof 70 means that it's absolutely, positively perfect, as certified by an independent third-party company. That's what NGC is. They don't buy, sell, or trade coins. All they do is certify coins. All they do is guarantee coins. It's the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation is what NGC stands for. And so what they do is once it goes in that holder, they guarantee it for weight, content, purity, and authenticity in perpetuity.
And condition.
And condition. All of that is guaranteed within it, which is why it's such a pricey proposition to get a coin in this holder. And then, of course, to get a perfect coin in a mirror finished coin like this.
It's even harder, right?
Absolutely. Significantly harder because, I mean, look, anything that happens in this little mirror field right here.
Anything a dust?
Anything.
Anything.
Anything that's on the die. And the thing that you can tell what the difference is, of course, the mirror finish and then the West W or West Point mint mark. And so the United States Mint is just, they are struggling. I mean, they are just up against it, just trying to keep up with American Silver Eagle demand. And they've been doing okay for right now, but now they're going to start to release proof sets. Now they're going to start to release all of the other stuff for the year. Now you still have to make all these Silver Eagles, which are being sold at a rate that's 200-300% higher than any modern issue American Silver Eagle that we've seen in the
bookend.
They want the bookends. They have to have this. These are selling at a rate of 2 to 3 times faster than any Silver Eagle in the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in the entire series. This may end up being the most popular coin because it's the end of an era. It's the last coin. It's the bookend. And the last coin can be amazingly and incredibly collectible, and you've got it certified. And our price, $199.95, same price we had last year, even though the mint went up significantly. I don't know how much longer we can hold this pricing. They've been increasingly difficult to get in 70.
Or hold the quantity.
Precisely.
I mean, that's the thing, because it's going to get harder and harder as people catch on to the fact that they've changed the design. Everybody who collects knows that the last year, the first year, are the ones you absolutely have to have. So we have it. And that's what we're really excited about. We're also doing FlexPay. There's so many things that we do as a place for you to get a trusted source for coins. And mainly it's the word trusted, because shopping for coins, no matter where you go, you got to know the source. You have to trust for sure. And Mike, again, since 1988, we're a publicly traded company. This is a safe place to buy coins, Mike. And that's, I think, something I want to say every show we do together.
And I think that's really important, because if you're out there buying coins on the internet, look, it's the Wild West out there.
You say that you've been fooled.
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, they say it's one thing and they ship you another thing and then try to return it, and it's like they're gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're in the ether, whatever it is. So to be able to do that in a place like this. Now, do not confuse this coin. Do not confuse this coin with the mint state or regular issue American Silver Eagle. Yeah. This is the proof coin released from the United States government. That coin is significantly to the order of 4 times more expensive from the United States Mint than the regular mint state coin. We are not 4 times as much money. We're less than 3 times as much money. That's why this is such an incredible opportunity for you. So what you've got is this last year of issue, this incredible chance to get this historic, cataclysmic, incredible coin. This is titanic change. I cannot impress upon you enough how important a design change is in American numismatics.
Do they put it on the website, the Mint, to say that the design
They
is
have some
changing?
stuff, but they don't really have much. They had some,
Like, how do
some
people
press
even know that?
releases. They don't. And the fact is
See,
the
that's the key
vast
right
majority
there.
of people don't know it.
Right.
The vast majority of people don't know it. So as more and more and more people
Right.
kind of get this information, it becomes more and more and more desirable. And so what we've seen, you know, oftentimes for the American Silver Eagle, when the new one's released, there's this big pump in sales, lots and lots of sales, and then it just kind of trickles off as
Right.
everybody gets that, and it just becomes, it's been the exact opposite. We had an incredible bump to start the year, and it has continued
To
to
build.
grow
Yeah.
and build. That has been truly the amazing thing. I've never seen anything like that. And still, we've not seen, the vast majority of the American public has no idea about this. You haven't seen it on the morning shows
Right,
yet
yeah, yeah.
or anything like that, but you will.
But you will.
And here's
Yep.
when they're going to find out. Here's when you're going to hear about it, is when the United States government releases the next design.
So that's somewhere in 2021?
No, they'll release the design this
Oh,
year.
the design.
Just the
not the
picture
coin
of
itself,
it.
just the picture.
Just the picture of it.
Right.
Because right now they go, what is it going to change to? I don't know. I mean, that's their answer. I don't know. I don't know. And then we go, well, we got 6 or 8 designs in-house. We're still talking to some artists. We may make a competition. We still got to talk to the Citizens Advisory
So
Committee.
they don't even have the artist yet.
No, they don't even have any idea what they're going to do for the reverse
But
of the
they've
coin for
already
next year.
said that they're going to do it.
But they're going to do it, okay? So we know that they're going to do it for next year.
Wow.
But once that new design, we even get a first look, like when
Yeah.
they do the quarters or something, they'll give you 4 different designs that are
Yeah.
possible. The instant that happens, we're going to see another huge bump in sales
Oh, yeah.
on this. And by that time, the Mint will have had all these other things that are out there in the marketplace that they're putting in. They're not going to be able to go back
Yeah.
and kind of keep up with that
You're right.
design. I think what's going to happen is as you get further in the year, these coins will get scarcer and scarcer and scarcer.
So here's what the brain
and
is going to
scarcer.
do. Oh, I just saw it on the news that they just released the new design. New design for what? Oh, so I guess that was the last year they're ever going to do that design. Run out and buy them. So that is going to happen this year. Has not happened yet. They haven't released it.
It's still on the down
that's
low.
what- yeah, it's on the, right.
So it
right.
is
but we have
ultimately what
you.
it is.
That's why we know it.
Well, that's right. And we only
Right.
found out late in November. We were at a symposium. There was like the 12, 13 biggest coin dealers in the United States were there. The Mint invited us in and basically said, we're changing the design. And the press release wasn't until
Was there
a
like
little
a
bit later.
gasp in the crowd?
No, because I mean, we were kind of anticipating something for the 35th anniversary. That made sense.
You're right.
I mean, a lot of times they do stuff. It's like, what? You know,
Yeah.
you have no idea what they're doing.
Right.
This we didn't anticipate it, but we weren't surprised.
Right,
Let's put
yeah,
it that
okay.
way. What has been surprising is the phenomenal reception of this coin, particularly the last year of issue with this. And people say, it's the last year big deal? Well, let's say the 1933 St. Gaudens. Okay,
Yeah.
the first year's 1907 in perfect condition, it's about $1 million.
Okay.
The 1933, the last coin, if
Yeah.
I had it right here, I'd put it up for $35 million. I'd sell it just like that.
Oh my goodness. It's
Yeah.
not on hsn.com, by the
It's
way.
not on hsn.com.
Okay, just
so,
FYI.
So sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, so I know you guys are like, wow, everybody's racing to the phone to get this. Item number 702842. You can get your own. Remember, when you put down $49.99, we mail you the coin with the first payment. Just there, the heads up. We've got lots more great stuff coming up. Let me give you a little peek at some